I don't get it. What's so great about John and Joan Cusack? High Fidelity was cute, but it was nothing spectacular, and at many parts annoying. I loved the bald guy's relationship with Darlene Connor from Roseanne, and I always thought Denise Huxtable was the hottest Huxtable daughter with the most interesting fashion sense. And it's funny here and there, but it's just a romantic comedy. Cleverer than the average romantic comedy, but about just as boring. Jack Black is no Jay and Silent Bob entertainment wise. He can be funny. I enjoyed him in Brutal Legend for Xbox 360, but he's also incredibly annoying. Funny, but only tolerable for a minute at a time at most, unless it's Tenacious D. I don't find John to be any sort of superb actor. He does his job, he isn't annoying, but he only has one facial expression. I used to have trouble telling him apart from Ferris Bueller. I can't remember that actor's name right now, but I've only really seen clips of Ferris Bueller's Day Off on TV here and there when Mom was watching it. But it's also another kind of clever but ultimately boring movie when compared to stuff like Office Space or Happiness, which really stretches the boredom nerve. Happiness, but is amazingly funny for how disturbing and uncomfortable it tries to make you. Joan just looks and sounds annoying. I'm sorry, I can't. She always looks like she just ate a lemon and then tried to chase it with a rat, and then is angry at you for it. And she can't talk without exhausting huge amounts of energy and effort, which just makes me feel exhausted and nauseous watching her and listening to her, rather than focusing on the words she's saying. How did she get into acting in the first place? Her brother. That's the only reason I can come up with, anyway. But honestly, I do not know these people, what they are like, their personalities. They could be amazing human beings. I have no clue. I hope Joan is opposite to the types of characters she usually portrays. Poor Uncle Fester. I hope John has a personality. I don't know anything about them besides some of the movies they've been in and some of the characters they've portrayed. At least John Cusack didn't do Inspector Gadget. They need to do a serious remake of that Gadget movie. Erase the other one. Dr. Claw was never to be revealed until the very last second, of course. But even then, who else thought it was Chief Quimby? It's his lip syncing over Claw's words at the end, and it's always him who keeps giving Gadget self-destructing messages with instructions to send Gadget on dangerous missions that he is too incompetent to solve. If only it weren't for that meddling daughter. But back to John and Joan. Overall, they always give me an overwhelming feeling of meh. So why do so many people whose opinions I trust hail these people as some of the absolute greats? What's the deal? What have they done that warrants them attention from geeks and dorks and freaks everywhere? Just because he was in a movie that talked about obscure music and writing lists? That's what online rats are for.